picks. Tom sixth, Dak fourth. They have chips on shoulder. They're fighting with an underdog mentality that Aaron Rodgers and LeBron don't have. They're divas. They're the king. LeBron's still tweeting king emojis like he's the king of what?
He is the king.
What is he the king of? I don't know.
How you gonna say a man? How you gonna say a man
got deposed last year?
How can you say a man that's born to a single mother and as a teenager that grew up like he grew up can't handle stress or can't play up under duress?
Boy, I've seen a bunch of times when he runs from that late game free throw line, but that's okay. So I love the analogy that Michael used. What Dak is, you got to be steady Eddie through the football game because your team has to stay on balance. Because if you overreact, if you throw a fit or a tantrum or do what LeBron did at the end of game 1 of the finals 2 years ago when he just gave up and goes and sits away from the team, like, do you think Tom Brady would ever do? No. Do you think Dak Prescott?
No, he just leave out that Tycon Underwood.
Oh, so
or he got into it with Josh McDaniels.
The guy who got cut the next week.
What about him getting into it with Josh McDaniels?
Josh McDaniels walked on the field and tried to show him up.
You see what we making excuse? No, we got into it with Bill Bryan.
That was over Taekwondo Underwood.
Forget what it was about.
Yeah.
Oh, you see what you did, Skip?
No,
you see what you did, Skip? You keep making excuses. All I'm saying is...
The beauty of Dak and Tom Brady, the drama that they show you always comes on the football field in the fourth quarter. Dak Prescott leads the NFL in game-winning drives over the last 3 years. I pointed out to you in detail yesterday, 6 games last year. He's as clutch a closer as there is this side of Tom Brady. It's what he does best. But you say, what about the second quarter? What about the third quarter?
Yeah, what about
the record? Who has the second best starting quarterback record to Tom Brady up in New England over the last 3 years? It's Dak Prescott. That's why Michael concludes it's insane to hear people try to criticize Dak Prescott, and the money line of this whole piece is, Michael Irvin says, it's like everyone's looking for a reason not to believe in Dak Prescott instead of opening their eyes for all the reasons they should believe.
Tell that to Jerry.
What have I taught? He's going to pay him.
You
don't get it. You just overreact from day to day because it's all you got, because you know this is a team on the verge of winning a Super Bowl.
They're not.
Yep.
They're not.
Yep. We got this.
Skip, see, look, I believe that had Aaron Rodgers gone to a different situation, let's just say for the sake of argument, this conversation, Coach Belichick is his head coach.
Okay.
I do not he would have exhibited the behavior that he's shown. Aaron Rodgers has yet to be held accountable for his actions. You see, even if Aaron Rodgers does something wrong, if he does this or he flails his hands at a receiver, everybody in the stadium or everyone that's watching that game automatically assume that the receiver had done something wrong.
Sure.
For me, Skip, look, I don't have a problem taking blame. If I'm wrong, look, there have been times that John Elway, my quarterback, has made a bad throw, Skip, but I would come back and say, my bad, bro, I took it a little deep. My bad, bro, I was short on that one. Knowing, but he would never, because look, the way I look at it, Skip, if we're not practicing something, if we say, okay, I'm running the 7 route, which is a corner. Now, I know after time and time, he's like, well, Shannon, you do know if it's cover 2, I want you to flatten it out. If it's single high safety, you can keep it high, blah, 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 all that stuff. But if we get into the game and that's something we haven't talked about, and then you doing all this right here when we haven't talked about it, now I'm going to have a problem with you. Now I'm going to say, bro, that's not something that we discussed in practice. Now, if you want me to run it like this moving forward, even in the game, I got no problem with that. But I believe Coach Belichick would have held him more responsible.
Okay.
They let him slide, Skip, and you know that.
I believe Coach Belichick would have been undercut by Aaron Rodgers, because once you're that high a pick in the draft, even though he was just a later first rounder, but once you're established as the franchise quarterback, I think he's a monster created that even a Belichick could not control.
Yeah, he could, but see, Coach Belichick, the thing was that Coach Belichick had, even Tom Brady. Tom Brady won those, but Coach Belichick already had his thumb on him. So even if he won 3 Super Bowls in his first 4 years of starting, Skip, Coach Belichick had that thumb on him, and there's like, okay, this is the way it's going to be. I believe he would have been the exact same way with Aaron Rodgers, because Aaron Rodgers as a guy, Skip, as he's gotten better, he's almost become even more unbearable, because the way he's talking, his head coach is saying, yeah, I kind of like these, I kind of like these scrimmages with the opposing team and yada, yada, yada. Well, I don't like them. Bruh, why they got to be about you all the time?
Yeah.
So what did I tell you from day one of Undisputed almost 3 years ago, sitting right here across this table from each other?
What'd you say?
I said Aaron Rodgers is a blame-deflecting finger pointer. And you said, oh, that's outrageous. How can you say that?
I did. You know what? No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. For about 2 years, you said, what are you talking about?
You're absolutely right.
No, you didn't.
But he's still transcendent.
Yeah.
He a finger-pointing, blame-deflecting diva.
Yeah.
But he's still transcendent. Two things, but I've also said, what have I been telling you for the last 3 years? Two things, Skip Bayless, can be true.
Here's what's so true, and I told you this last year, and I couldn't get it through your head again. Dak Prescott finally took off as an elite quarterback the second half of last year when they went 7-1 because he finally had a #1 receiver he trusted, he connected with, that he had rapport and wavelength with. And what did Michael Irvin, Hall of Fame receiver, say? Dak and Dez was not harmonious. Dez Bryant crippled Dak Prescott for the first like a year and a half. It was just horrendous what happened between the two of them because Dez went from bad to worse. Dez, according to the Hall of Famer Shannon Sharp, was a broken-down shell of himself who had absolutely no connection with Dak after he had nothing but connection with Tony Romo, who threw him nothing but jump balls. I see Dez, I throw it up, maybe he'll go up and snatch it,
and,
right?
And when you're athletic and you're young, you can get those 50-50 balls.
All right.
No bad. You start to age, Skip, and you become broken down. They're not 50-50, they're 25-75.
Thank you. Michael Irvin continues. Now Dak has a guy who fits his talent. Now he takes off. Amari Cooper fits because they're on the same wavelength. They've had a whole offseason. Yeah.
Judy, I knew this.
What?
You know what? Normally in the first segment, because I know we're only going to talk about one topic, I always come with just one card. But I knew Skip Bayless. I know him so well. And I walked him into the trap, and I sprung it on him. Did you know this? Skip Bayless, you said, oh, he got Amari and he took off. That completion percentage on 15 yards, when the ball travels 15 yards down the field, before Amari Cooper, he was at 42%, which is 22nd. Did you know that once he got Amari Cooper, it dropped to 40%?
Well, that's a shocking plummet, isn't it?
He got Amari.
Wait a second, it's my turn now.
Oh, it's your turn now.
Let's see, they won 7 out of 8 games with Amari. And wait, Dak went 13 touchdowns to only 3 interceptions with Amari. Wait a second. Dak Prescott over the last 8 games last year was 3rd in completions in the whole NFL and 4th in yards completed in the whole NFL and 5th in distance thrown in the NFL, distance of completions. Did he Dak and dunk down the stretch? No.
Can I finish?
Wait a second. Against Philadelphia, he threw for 243 in the 4th quarter in overtime thanks to Amari Cooper. Are you kidding me with your bogus stat that you're trying to throw? Lame bogus?
How dare you say our stat? We pay good money for this stat
percentage went from 42 to 40. You got me. I'm done.
Oh, Skip.
I quit.
If you get Amari Cooper, why would your completion percentage go down?
I don't know. Every other stat went through the roof.
Hold on, Skip.
He was a top 5 quarterback for the last 8 games. How dare you?
Thank you.
What,
Skip,
you're groveling. You're crawling.
Can I finish? Let me finish.
I don't think you have anything left.
Dak Prescott's completion percentage went up to a high of 75% on throws under 15 yards. After he got Amari Cooper, did you know he had the 3rd most throws under 15 yards?
Wow.
That's why his completion percentage went up. He's dinking and dacking.
He had the 5th longest completion distance in the league. You just don't get it.
I do get it because he's dinking and dacking. Skip, you tell me that Amari Cooper changed his life. He shined light on Dak and let the world see who Dak was. But how does, after he gets Amari Cooper, his completion percentage goes down?
It went down 2%. What does it even matter?
It shouldn't go down. He got Amari.
They won 7 of 8 games. They were the hottest team going in the playoffs. They won a playoff game, and they should have won a second playoff game.
I'm here. I'm not debating that he won the game. But my problem, what does everybody say, Skip? Is that his downfield accuracy. Skip, that's all I'm saying. You said that once he got Amari, it took off. So therefore, his completion percentage should have went up, not down.
How do you throw for 343 combined yards against the defending Super Bowl champ, division rival Eagles in 2 fourth quarters and 1 overtime. How do you do that? It's because of that's Amari. That's Amari. It's love. That's what it is.
Skip,
Dak's love.
All I'm saying is that you're telling me that Amari Cooper is Jerry Rice. Well, if he's Jerry Rice, that completion percentage shouldn't go down. Skip, if you look at it, air travel, 15 yards or more.
He was 5th in the league in completion air travel. How do you explain that over the last 8 games? You can't. Listen, I'm going to read this line one more time because it just defines this man across from me. It's like everyone, you, is looking for a reason not to believe instead of opening your eyes for all the reasons they should believe. You should believe. That's it. Period. End of story.
I'm the rational one here. And when it comes to when it comes to these cowboy topics, I'm the voice of reason.
No.
Because you're unreasonable. You see no fault.
I
You
saw
hear
it
no
from
fault.
the start. I told you from the start. From the first preseason game, I watched him play here in the Coliseum.
Yes.
Game 2,
Yes.
going back to 2016.
Yes.
What did I tell you?
Yes.
Never seen that kind of poise from a rookie before.
Poise.
Never.
Poise.
Never. So I said, uh-oh, he's better than Tony Romo.
Stop it.
Remember when Romo walked in the locker room in Pittsburgh after they'd pulled out yet another shocking win? Remember that in 2016?
Yes, I do.
And Romo walked up to Stephen Jones and he said, that is effing hard what he just pulled off out there.
Yeah,
and that's when Romo abdicated.
Especially,
He just said,
when the
"That's
linebacker
it."
doesn't do his responsibility. You don't want to talk about that, huh? You don't want to talk about that. But that's neither here nor there, Skip. All I'm saying is this. His downfield accuracy is a problem. It's going to be a problem.
Downfield
Yes.
accuracy? Did you see the throw that beat Detroit last year? How many times I got 6 games, he clutch closed with late throws. I don't know what you're seeing. You're seeing hate. You're blinded by your hate, and it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm just
okay.
realistic. I mean, I have to skip some. One of us of the two must be realistic.
One of us is going to be right, and that's all that matters.
No, you're not.
Let
going to
Michael know
start
about
now.
these?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I've asked him on several occasions to stop putting this bull jive out there.
Want to bet that Dak Prescott doesn't go into the season unsigned with an extension?
Are we
Want to
gonna
bet?
do that?
Yeah,
here?
Skip. All I'm saying is he's this. He's a winner. He's the leader like Tom Brady. He's so charismatic. He has championship merit. Why is Jerry so content on him playing on a prove-it deal? Why haven't this man got his money?
He'll get it done. We haven't even played 1 preseason game until tonight.
Finally. I'll tell you a story. Jenny,
What?
there's a true story, Jenny.
Okay.
I went to girl for us, let's just say.
Oh, now we got another
3 or 4 years.
relationship
Skip, and I told her, Skip, I said, I love you. Bought her a car and everything. Bought a bag, everything. She said, Shannon, if you love me so much, why don't you put a ring on it? I was like,
It's a good question.
Dak, if you love it, Jerry, if you love Dak, put a ring on it. Which is a $32 million ring, by the way.
It's a nice
They have a date set.
No.
They have a date set?
It ain't no destination.
The date is
wedding.
already
Figuring out the
set.
It ain't no
details.
destination wedding.
Figuring
You know
out
what I
the
mean, Jenny?
details.
Jerry gonna make him jump the broom. Because if he signed the wrong quarterback, he's gonna jump back over and say, you gotta get up out of here.
What would you know about jumping the broom?
I know about all that.
Nothing at all. Well, speaking of Tom Brady, you said earlier he has that it factor, but did he just admit he is not close to retirement? We're going to have a lot more Tom in our future. We'll discuss next. Don't forget, you can check us out every day on the Fox Sports Channel on SiriusXM. We will be right back.